This is part one of a three-part webinar series on CTP's Voluntary Pre-Existing Tobacco Products Determination Program. In part one, we will explain what a pre-existing tobacco product is to enable you to assess whether your tobacco product may qualify as a pre-existing product. In part two, we will outline how to submit a pre-existing tobacco product status determination request to CTP. In part three, we will describe the process for agency review of a pre-existing tobacco product status determination request and possible outcomes. Resources to assist industry with pre-existing tobacco product status determination request, including guidance documents and this webinar on standalone pre-existing submissions, can be found on FDA's website. Links to these resources are included in the final slides of this presentation. Also, as a reminder, this presentation is not a formal dissemination of information by FDA and does not represent agency position or policy. In this presentation, CTP will briefly explain differences between a new and pre-existing tobacco product, describe what a pre-existing tobacco product is in greater detail and how it relates to a predicate product, and explain when a pre-existing product may serve as a predicate product. At the end of the presentation, we provide a list of resources you can use to get more information on the topics we've discussed in this presentation, as well as tobacco products regulation more generally. We will now compare the differences between a new and pre-existing tobacco product. Tobacco products are regulated by FDA under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, or the FD&C Act. New tobacco products include any tobacco product, including those products in test markets, not commercially marketed in the United States as of February 15, 2007. A pre-existing tobacco product is a tobacco product that was commercially marketed, including in test markets in the United States as of February 15, 2007. A pre-existing tobacco product is not a new tobacco product. New tobacco products generally must receive FDA authorization through one of the three pathways to be legally marketed in the U.S. Substantial equivalence, or SE reports, exemption from SE requests, or pre-market tobacco product applications, or PMTA. FDA interprets the phrase "as of February 15, 2007" as meaning that the tobacco product was commercially marketed, including those products in test markets, in the United States on February 15, 2007. If your tobacco product had been commercially marketed in the United States before February 15, 2007, but was not commercially marketed on that date, it is not a pre-existing product and may not be commercially marketed unless you comply with the pre-market authorization requirements under the FD&C Act. First, an overview of the Pre-Existing Tobacco Products Program. Before proceeding further, we need to discuss a terminology update. Originally, pre-existing tobacco products were referred to as grandfathered tobacco products. On August 19, 2022, CTP updated the term grandfathered tobacco product to pre-existing tobacco product. A pre-existing tobacco product has the same definition as a grandfathered product. Now PX submissions are assigned identification numbers with a PX prefix. If you had submitted a pre-existing tobacco product status determination request prior to the terminology update, your submission was assigned an FDA submission tracking number with a GF prefix, but its status has not changed with the terminology update. The identification number with the GF prefix is still valid. In the context of substantial equivalence reports, comparing a new tobacco product to a tobacco product that has been previously determined to be a pre-existing product can facilitate review of the report if your pre-existing product also qualifies as a predicate, which we will describe briefly later in this presentation. A pre-existing determination may also help you during manufacturing inspections. Submitting a request to determine the pre-existing status of your tobacco product is voluntary and not required under the FD&C Act. If you believe that your tobacco product is a pre-existing tobacco product and would like FDA to make a PX determination for your product, you may voluntarily submit a pre-existing tobacco product status determination request to FDA. In Part 2 of this webinar series, we will outline how to prepare and submit a voluntary submission for CTP to determine whether your tobacco product is pre-existing. In Part 3 of this webinar series, we will outline how the agency reviews pre-existing submissions. A pre-existing tobacco product is a tobacco product that was commercially marketed, including in test markets in the United States as of February 15, 2007. A pre-existing tobacco product is not a new tobacco product. While regulated under the FD&C Act, a pre-existing tobacco product does not require prior authorization to be legally marketed in the United States. Any modification to a tobacco product that was commercially marketed in the United States as of February 15, 2007, including in test markets, would make a new tobacco product requiring pre-market authorization. Finished tobacco products are tobacco products that are sealed in final packaging and intended for consumer use. Examples include a cigarette pack, smokeless can, and a 5-pack of cigars sealed in final packaging for sale to consumers. FDA does not intend to review pre-existing submissions for regulated tobacco products that are sold or distributed solely for further manufacturing into finished tobacco products. Commercially marketed is defined as selling or offering for sale a tobacco product in the United States to consumers or to any person for the eventual purchase by consumers in the United States. A tobacco product commercially marketed in test markets in the United States as of February 15, 2007, may qualify as a pre-existing product, even if sold solely in test markets as of February 15, 2007. However, as will be explained later in this presentation, if the pre-existing product was solely in test markets as of February 15, 2007, it cannot serve as a predicate tobacco product in a substantial equivalence report. Now we will discuss when a pre-existing tobacco product can serve as a predicate. A predicate product may either be a tobacco product commercially marketed, other than for test marketing, in the United States as of February 15, 2007, or a tobacco product that FDA has previously determined to be substantially equivalent and in compliance with the requirements of the FD&C Act. A substantial equivalence report must compare a new tobacco product to a predicate tobacco product. It is important not to confuse a predicate tobacco product with a pre-existing tobacco product. As noted previously, a substantial equivalence report must compare a new tobacco product to a predicate product, which may not always be a pre-existing product, and vice versa. A tobacco product may be determined to be both pre-existing and predicate eligible during a pre-existing tobacco product review, and if so, the tobacco product may serve as a predicate in a substantial equivalence report. However, a tobacco product determined to be pre-existing may not qualify as a predicate. Section 905 of the Act describes products that can serve as valid predicate tobacco products to include a tobacco product commercially marketed, other than for test marketing, in the United States as of February 15, 2007. Any product solely in a test market as of February 15, 2007, despite being a pre-existing tobacco product, cannot serve as a predicate tobacco product in a substantial equivalence report. Therefore, even if a product is determined to be pre-existing, it cannot serve as a predicate product if it was marketed exclusively for test marketing as of February 15, 2007. Next, we'll discuss general information about voluntary standalone pre-existing tobacco products. FDA's Searchable Tobacco Products Database, which can be found at www.fda.gov/search tobacco, contains a list of tobacco products that may be legally marketed in the United States, including pre-existing tobacco products. The database is designed to serve the public and is updated on a monthly basis. Here is a list of resources you can use to get more information on the topics we've discussed. Please connect with us on social media and sign up for CTP email updates. This concludes the webinar. Thank you for your attention.